Andy Lipton, and welcome to Leading the Break. The segment you're about to see is the first in a new series entitled The Big Assist, Athletes Helping Others. I couldn't be more pleased to have as my guest a very special person, Ariel Atkins of the Washington Mystics of the WNBA. Ariel has been a talented and honored basketball player in high school, college, and the WNBA. Her desire and willingness to help others goes to the core of who she is.
Just start with high school, okay? You're the Morgan Wooten Player of the Year. That's a huge prestigious award, all right? Not only basketball skills and academic skills, but service to the community. Talk about what that service to the community was when you were in high school.
Yeah, I mean, we did a ton of different things. Our head coach always, Kathy Self-Morgan, made sure that we stayed in the community. We were able to run camps for younger girls that were in our school district. We were just able to do other things throughout the community with the Lions Club out in Duncanville. And anytime that we could, we were just trying to be helpful, you know, in any type of way. My mom is always the type of person that's like, make sure you always give it back. So it was just something that we did. I mean, Duncanville is not a big community, so we help each other as much as we can.
So I also noticed that when you were in high school, you were a mentor to elementary school students. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so that was interesting. I did it. It was part of a leadership class that we had. And we were able to go to an elementary school and basically hang out with our little ones for like lunch in one of their classrooms. And the teachers and the principals would choose kids that they felt like either needed just a little bit of extra help or just wanted to give them somebody that they could look up to during the day that would come and visit them for like an incentive during the week. So pretty much we would just eat lunch with them, have a good time, and check on them from day to day. It was not much academic work. It was really just being there and just being a buddy.
That sounds so nice.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was different.
So let's go back. I mean, what inspired your passion to basically help other people?
So many people helped me. I mean, there are so many people that I could name that's helped me along my journey. My village is vast and large, and the people that have been able to pour into me and have willingly helped me with no question for anything in return, you know. And if I have the resources and I have the opportunity and the ability to help people, like, why not? I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so, like, how young were you when you first kind of got this desire to kind of help others?
I mean, it kind of just comes from my family. I think I have two siblings, you know, then my mom, my dad, so we're an immediate family of 5, but I have a large family. I have tons of cousins, tons of aunts, tons of uncles. We're just always there for each other. So when you talk about community, especially being a woman of color, you know, being a black woman, like, community is big, community is huge. So I don't know if there's necessarily an age where I was like, oh, community matters, but I feel like I was born into community. So
that's really sweet.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I noticed a number of things that you've done. Austin Pets Alive, Austin Parks and Recreation, Inspire. So talk about some of the stuff you did even before you got to college or while you were in college.
Well, one of the things I was a part of while I was in college was a neighborhood long course program, which is really cool because it was started, one of the people that were spearheading it was Jody Conrad, and she is, I mean, you know who Jody Conrad is. Yeah, you know. But
Coach at U of Texas.
Yeah, so she's just a major part of, you know, Title IX, not only like the Texas, but women's basketball in general, you know. And so just learning from her and being mentored by her during my time at UT, and then being a part of a program that she pretty much was a big part of, it was pretty cool. And Austin is such a welcoming community to where if there's anything you want to put your hand in, our athletic advisors and everybody were super helpful and just letting me kind of dabble in a little bit of everything. I've worked with kids.
So talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about some.
All right, so I worked with basically, so for my capstone project for my sport management degree, I was able to basically build out my own class as far as like what I wanted it to look like and how I wanted, I guess, to finish off my degree pretty much. And so basically what I did was create a different number of camps for young basketball players throughout the city. So what we did, we just went to different elementary schools in East Austin and hosted basketball camps and fun camps throughout there. And then we did kind of like mentoring and motivation sessions for kind of the middle school kids. We did that in East Austin as well. So those are just two things that we did. Yeah.
How much time did you devote during college to like volunteer projects?
I enjoy it. I mean, I guess you can call it a hobby, but I mean, I enjoy working with kids. So anytime I could or put my hands on something like that, more likely it was probably outside of basketball season, obviously, because basketball season is it's pretty touted, and then you have the school on top of that. But it's really just anytime I could. I wish I could remember off the top of my head like what it actually was, but it was just something that I did. So I don't know if I could like just pull back all the memories off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about so you get to the WNBA. I noticed last October your foundation, in conjunction with the Lids Foundation,
had my
donated
first big event.
$25,000 for school supplies for an elementary school. You're in the Voice in Sports program. So talk about some of the things you've been doing.
Yeah, so the Lids Foundation is an amazing partner. So I'm starting my own foundation, Ariel Atkins Foundation, in process of being a 501c3, and it has just been one of the best decisions I ever made. I mean, obviously it's a lot of work, it's tons of paperwork, but I love it because it gives me the opportunity to be detached from the basketball player part, and it allows the foundation to do whatever it needs to do. It doesn't have to be basketball camps, it doesn't have to be anything that has to do with Ariel the person, it's whatever the kids need, whatever the city needs. And so me and my manager, we looked into a few things out in Ward 8, Ward 6, Ward 7, Ward 8 in DC proper. And the big thing we were figuring out is that teachers not only are having to supply their classrooms, but they're also having to supply it themselves with their own money, and so we reached out to the Lids Foundation and was trying to figure out ways that we could help the teachers help the kids, and so our foundation is about not only helping the kids, but the people that are able to change kids' lives, make their lives easier so that they can actually help these kids and have no limit to what they can do to help kids grow and succeed in life, right? So basically what we did, we reached out to Lids Foundation, we came to an agreement. We were able to get them to be able to supply every teacher in pretty much every classroom in this small elementary in DC with everything that they needed for the rest of the school year. I mean, it was Lysol, tissue paper, we got bean bags, fairy lights, we got rugs, pencils, crayons, pens, like all types of stuff that you would never know, like teachers really just like need, And a lot of times these kids, they don't come to school with the supplies at the beginning of the year that teachers ask parents to bring. Some kids just come to school just as they are. They don't even have backpacks, So being able to supply those teachers with that so that these teachers don't have to worry about stressing about having money to not only supply these kids, and the kids just get to come to school and learn, And I think it takes the stress, even if it is a small stress, it takes that off the teachers and the kids as well.
How did it even come to your attention that this school needed it?
I have educators in my family, and I have close friends that are educators, and I understand. I remember back in Austin, my sister, we were living together, and she was teaching around Rock ISD, and she was having to buy things for her classroom, and my parents came down and helped her put her classroom together, and it was just an expense, and I see teachers have GoFundMe all the time. And I was like, it would be really nice if teachers just didn't have to worry about this for the rest of the year.
So how did this school come to your attention?
So we basically went to the school district in DC and asked for lower income schools or schools that would actually truly benefit from it. And we worked with the administrators, and obviously it was a little tricky. Some people have a little favorites going on, but we feel like we made the right decision in helping the school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is your foundation fully functioning yet? Or
it is fully functioning. We're just still writing on the tax exempt situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are your plans going forward for the foundation? Like, what do you have in mind?
My goal is to have 3 or 4 big events a year, to where they don't have to be super big, but they have the ability to take a load off of people in some sort of way, like as far as like resources. So we're hoping to do the school event every year. We're hoping to do some type of wellness and movement event every year, and then we're hoping to work. So I work with the Boys and Girls Club as well, and we're really into like entrepreneurship and leadership. So we have that event going on, which actually is going to happen in June. Towards the end of June, we have something going on with them. And then the last one, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, just 3 to 4 big events. Yeah.
So you got stuff going on?
Yeah, constantly. Because, this is what I really enjoy doing, outside of basketball and my craft. It's something I truly enjoy doing, and I've been doing it my whole life, so.
Good for you, really.
Thank you.
And last topic, Voice in Sports. So you're part of this program, I think part of 12 WNBA players. Talk about what that involves and what you've been doing with respect to that.
Voice in Sports is really dope. So Steph started it, and it's just been, it's insane. It's beautiful. It gives young athletes, young women specifically, the opportunity to have these mentors from not only professional athletes, but women that are pretty much where they want to be in life. And so what it is basically just virtual mentorship. They can have one-on-one sessions. You can do a big group session. There's a ton of different things that you can do, but it's really just virtual mentorship.
Have you been able to do it? Have you had opportunities?
So my first event was avoiding comparison, which is a huge thing in young women. I basically just talk to the kids about, or the athletes about, not looking to the left and not looking to the right, making sure that you continue to pave your own path and pave your own lane. Like, it's okay to look up to people, but to envy people is a dangerous space to be in.
And was that a group kind of session?
It was about 10 kids, about 10 or
Gotcha.
12 athletes, should I say, because some of them aren't kids. It's college players, college athletes, like it's everybody.
Right here.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations
Yeah,
on
thank
really
you so much.
wonderful work. That's
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.